business development in general to me is really exciting. Social has changed so much. So when we started the company just under 4 years ago, the conversations we had with customers were very different than the conversations we had today. And I really enjoy going into, a large meeting with a lot of different stakeholders and companies and hearing what all of their problems are. And ironically, when you go into a Fortune 100 company, it's quite often that the SEO team is not necessarily talking to the social or the PR or the customer service teams, and they all have different overlaps that social can impact. So helping them see where their gaps are and then finding where XPM can solve all of their problems is, to me, it's fun. It's obviously a lot of projects. There's a huge amount of project management. It's not social is one size fits all for every corporation. So you have to think outside the box. You have to make sure that you're able to fit what their needs are and be able to execute on that. And sometimes they're not ready for it. So you have to tell the clients, I'm sorry, you're going to fail because you need to have some operational structure first before you really want to take over and do social right and actually get some impacts to your business off of it. As far as opening eyes to what social really does or what it can do for companies, best practices is a prime example. Recently I had a client say, can you give me a download on best practices in social? And this was an executive who social was not his day-to-day, but yet it still fell under his responsibility and watch. And I said, well, what type of best practices are you looking for? Are you looking for best practices with content? Are you looking for best practices with customer service response? Are you looking for best practices with global footprints versus, brick and mortar footprints? And he just kind of stopped and he said, I just need best practices. And I said, there isn't just a bucket that you can pull from. You have to decide, what are you trying to solve? And then we can help educate you or put together, what is a plan for you to increment up to a success level that you're happy with. It's that ROI type question. Everybody, I want to see ROI of social. Well, what are you trying to get a return on? Is it better customer service? And those are all questions that I think sometimes are not properly asked and defined before a company jumps into social, and then they feel like they fail because they were aiming for something that was way too high when they should have started with a very small step forward first and then build upon that and then start to pull in those different type of silos and solve those problems. So you can't run before you walk, and there's still companies I think that are still crawling and haven't even gotten to the walking stage, but yet they're trying to measure against the running stage.